Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, former St. James most wanted man Nico yet to secure lawyer. Nico Maxwell, who was St. James's most wanted man when he was arrested for several offenses in October 2024, was remanded in custody when he appeared in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday. Maxwell, a farmer from Flamstead Garden in St. James, faces charges of murder, illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition, and wounding with intent. When his case was called, the court was informed that he did not have an attorney and needed additional time to sort out his legal representation. It was also noted that a determination would be made regarding whether his current charges would be combined with others pending before the higher court. Mr. Maxwell, I did not have an attorney here to make a direct legal aid assignment for you this morning, so you will return to court on February 14. Presiding Parish Judge Keisha Grant Price told Maxwell, if you do not have a lawyer by then, and a lawyer is here, then an assignment can be done on that date. She said that Maxwell would remain in custody before the matter is committed to the circuit court. We will have to read the file and make a determination as to whether or not this matter will join the other matters in the Supreme Court, the judge added. Maxwell is accused of involvement in the murder of Gareth Leslie on October 9, 2022 in the backwood community of Germantown, St. James. Reports indicated that Leslie was among a group of men at a shop when a car with armed men pulled up. The gunmen exited the vehicle and opened the fire on the group, killing Leslie and wounding several others before fleeing the scene. Prior to this, Maxwell was reportedly involved in a shooting incident on September 4, 2022, in which he and another man allegedly opened a fire on a farmer in the Germantown community. Maxwell, along with Thorne Morgan from Barrettown, St. James, was charged in connection to that incident. Maxwell, who had been listed among St. James's most wanted men in 2023, was arrested on October 25, 2024 during a pre-dawn police operation in the Flamstead area. A Gerson regarded MC pistol and a magazine containing 17 9mm rounds were reportedly found at the premises Maxwell was occupying at the time of his arrest. Scotiabank customers reportedly being targeted in Google Play scam. The National Security Operations Center, which is part of the Cyber Incident Response Team Division in the Office of the Prime Minister, is looking into reports of the debit and the credit cards of some Scotiabank customers being compromised. It is reported that the cyber thieves have been using the cards to set up Google Pay and Play accounts and then make small purchases. The NSOC says while there have been no formal reports to it or the division or the Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team, the situation appears to be becoming more widespread. It says the division continues to investigate the anecdotal evidence that is currently on social media. The NSOC is encouraging all Scotiabank customers, particularly those who have been victims of this malicious campaign, to make a report to the police if they discover unauthorized purchases on their cards. Further, persons are being encouraged to contact their branch and get the bank to freeze all payments and purchases with the cards. This may necessitate removing the ability to make online purchases until the matter is resolved. Additionally, customers can report unauthorized purchases to Google or any other platform to which payments were being made. To make a report to the Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team, call 876-920-4543 or 876-578-5705 or email jamaica.cirt@opm.gov.jm. 9 detained in raids in St. Mary. 9 persons were arrested in St. Mary on Thursday during a series of targeted raids by the security forces. The operation, which involved the police and the military, was conducted in the communities of Epsom and Dover in Anota Bay. One of those in custody is a man who the police say was held with identity information. Head of the St. Mary Police, Acting Superintendent Anthony Wallace, says that Thursday's raids form part of a broader strategy to disrupt criminal activities and enhance public safety. The police remain committed to maintaining peace and security within the parish. We encourage anyone with information on criminal activities to come forward and assist in our investigations, said Wallace. PNP threatens legal action against the JLP for defamatory attacks. The People's National Party has threatened legal action against the Jamaica Labour Party for what it describes as baseless and defamatory attacks. It described the JLP's claims as desperate and an attempt to mislead Jamaicans and distract from the government's corruption scandals. In the press conference on Thursday, the JLP reiterated its call for Dr. Dayton Campbell to resign from his post as a PNP General Secretary, a commissioner of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, and opposition spokesman on agriculture after publication of an alleged leaked conversation between himself and the ousted PNP caretaker Lawrence Rowe. It also called for Mayor of Kingston Andrew Swaby to resign amid the allegations of misuse of funds in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. But in a media release Thursday afternoon, the PNP said it has full confidence in its General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell, and the Mayor of Kingston, Councillor Andrew Swaby, who it claims have been unjustly targeted. The party said the malicious and politically motivated accusations without a shred of credible evidence are nothing more than a cowardly attempt to deflect attention from the JLP's governance failures. The PNP said it challenges the JLP and its operatives to present legitimate evidence to support its claims or immediately cease these defamatory attacks. The PNP has also called for law enforcement agencies to clarify whether any investigation is indeed underway, adding that those involved should be informed through due process rather than subjected to the JLP's political theatrics. The opposition party said while the JLP wages a campaign of lies and deception, Jamaicans continue to suffer under its failing leadership. Come home but stay clean. Prime Minister sends a message to Jamaicans due for deportation from US. Declaring that Kingston will not pick a quarrel with Washington over its decision to deport criminal offenders and illegal migrants, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has urged the Jamaicans in the United States who are facing hardship to return home but stay clean. Since taking office last month, the Donald Trump administration has been following through on its campaign promise to deport criminal offenders and the individuals living in the United States illegally, which includes some 5,120 Jamaicans who have been pegged for immediate removal. That number is expected to rise depending on the outcome of appeals and additional immigrational processes by other Jamaicans who have either been detained or who are unsuccessful in the process of regularizing their statuses. Let me be clear, we respect the sovereign right of any country to determine their international security, public order, and the social policy. We encourage all Jamaicans who live in foreign countries follow the law of the country in which you are a resident, but never forget that Jamaica is your homeland. You are not homeless nor stateless, the Prime Minister said in his keynote address at the Office of the National Security Advisor 2025 Security Seminar at the AC Marriott Hotel in St. Andrew on Thursday. What we are trying to build here is a place where every Jamaican can feel proud and comfortable to come back home. That's what we want to build here, your homeland, and if you find it difficult where you are, come back here. Ackee and the saltfish was always good, you can get it. Don't stay there and suffer, come back home, Holness said. The Prime Minister, who is also chair of the National Security Council, urged Jamaicans returning home to stay on the right side of the law. As I said before, don't come back here to destroy our homeland and what we have been working very hard to create so that you wouldn't have had to leave in the first place, and we have been making strides in that regard. So expect to be dealt with a firm hand if your intent is criminal, Holness cautioned. Come back and help build your homeland so that you can stand up with pride with the citizens of the world about your country, that you don't have to be economic refugees. disabuse yourselves of this notion that you can only make it through crime, and therefore you are going to join a gang and therefore become a part of the problem, he said, adding, I appeal to all of you who have been exposed overseas and seen what prosperity is like, come back home and let us work together to build the prosperous nation Jamaica is destined to be. Don't come back here with guns. Trump began his second term on January 20 with a flood of executive actions aimed at revamping U.S. immigration. His administration quickly moved to ramp up deportations by, among other things, relaxing rules governing enforcement actions at sensitive locations such as schools, churches, and workplaces. On January 28, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, answering questions about the deportations during the first press briefing of Trump's second term, said the president has said countless times that he is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals, and if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are by definition a criminal, and therefore you are subjected to deportation. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.